Welcome to the first broadcast of a Newton Falls softball game this year. Right now the umpires are meeting with the coaches at home plate to go over the ground rules for the game. I walked the field prior to this. The only real bad spot, the weather's been kind of yucky, but the only real bad spot they have on the field is down the third baseline in foul territory in the outfield. It's a little bit soft, but that should not affect the way the game is played today. Sometimes you'll have a field that has a big puddle out there, and that would be out of play, but not today. The umpires and coaches shake hands, and we're ready to begin the game. Newton Falls girls will take the field, and the Sebring Trojans will be the first up at bat.
Baylor Sampson from LeBray, Nick Lampman from Newton Falls, Dylan Champion from Newton Falls, Brandon Calderwood from Maplewood, Eric Jackson from Memorial, Gianni Peterson.
First pitch today here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. It's a brisk 47 degrees, winds out of the northeast at about 10 miles an hour, partly cloudy with intervals of bright sunshine. And that wind coming in from the outfield will keep those long, high fly balls away from the fence for the most part, unless it's really well hit. You're 190 feet straight down both the first and the third baseline. Straightaway center field is 195 feet. So the confines are tight. As the girls gather, the infield girls gather at pitcher's mound, wishing each other good luck. The umpire goes over a few ground rules with the catcher. Mostly don't let me get hit. Up first is playing center field or shortstop today is Devin Reggie. She is number 3. She is a senior. She takes her spot in the batter's box. There's the windup and the pitch. It's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Look down to third for the sign, step back in the box. And she looked at that one. Might have seemed just a little bit high to her, but the umpire felt otherwise. That is strike 2. That is no balls, 2 strikes. The third pitch is fouled down the right field line and out of play. Waiting for that ball to come back into play. The pitcher has it now. As she toes the rubber, eyes the catcher, there's the windup, and it's very low. Ball 1. So 1-2 is the count. It's a nice crack into short center field. Right fielder comes in and makes the catch for 1 out. Coming to the plate now, number 5, the freshman, Alison Hoshar. She takes her spot in the batter's box and takes a low strike for strike 1.
111.88. 7th place goes to Danielle Grazier from Mineral Ridge, 109.29.
There's a swing and a miss. That was a fast pitch, a little late on the swing, but a nice even cut.
5th place goes to Emily Sproul from West Branch, 105.50. 4th place
0-2 the count. Pitcher looks in for the sign, toes the rubber. Umpire calls time. Not sure why, but Says play ball, and we can resume. Pitcher in the windup offers the pitch, and it's a line shot. Almost takes out their first base coach, who quick reflexes dove for cover, where I'm sure he'll be teased by the girls on the bench. I would do the same thing. I like this fence between me and the action. Ball's back in play. Here's the pitch. That is strike 3 called on the freshman. Left fielder is Devin Reggie. Swings and fouls one off over the backstop for strike 1. This is Devin Reggie. She also a senior, returning to the lineup for the Sebring Trojans. That ball was a little high, making the count 1-1. 2 outs. The pitch. Oh, and it strikes her on the right forearm near the elbow. She seems to be okay. She gets up and takes her position at first base. The wind is picking up, and now it seems to be coming out of the west, so it's turned a little bit. First base coach is checking on the runner off of first base. Kind of nurse that fastball taken to the elbow forearm area. That's not a lot of tissue between the skin and the bone there. Now at bat number 17, Blake Thomas. Blake is the team's catcher. She's a sophomore. He fouls one off. First pitch goes into the bleachers on the track and field events that are happening. Speaking of which, we will be cutting back and forth to the events at the track and field invitational meet that's going on right now that Newton Falls is hosting, right around the football field. There's a line shot right back to the pitcher, who snags it for the 3rd out. And that's 4 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 hit batsman reached base. At this point, let's take a wander over to the track meet and see what's happening there right now, as we wait for the girls from Sebring to take the field, get warmed up, and we'll be right back with all of this action.
Final call for girls, 100 hurdles. First call, boys, 110 hurdles. Jason Neese. Lane 3, Devin Reggie. Lane 4, Braylon Dabney. Lane 5, Marquise Gibbs. Lane 6, Sebring Jones.
All right, I'm rolling. Just out.
Lane 7, Shay Cecil Watts, and in lane 8, Lily Saint. Again, the top 8 times for these heats.
There you go.
All right, we're back from the track meet update. We'll have a few more of those throughout the afternoon. Trojans pitcher on the mound just warming up. A couple more pitches, and the Newton Falls girls will take to the batter's box. Up first will be the shortstop, Chloe Butler, and then followed by Drake Knight and McElrath batting cleanup. There's the throw down to second. Back to the pitcher. And Chloe Butler, number two. Number two takes her position in the batter's box. Trojans pitcher looks in for the sign, toes the rubber, and delivers the first pitch. And it's low for ball one.
Need to report for the long jump finals. Corey Lilly from Matthews, Vashon Gurley from Valley Christian, McKaylin Jones from Wyndham, Trayvon Briggs from LaBray, Antonio Smith from
Second pitch is also low.
Jones from Wyndham.
It's 2 balls, no strikes on Butler.
Drew DeShields from West Branch, and Kaden Davis from Alliance.
High and outside for ball 3. That's 3-0. She looks down to the third base coach for the sign. Maybe getting the take sign, hoping that they'll throw a fourth ball, and Newton Falls gets a runner. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike. She was taking all the way. Coach Harvey at first base, Coach K at third. Oh, she wanted that badly, but showed some restraint, did not swing at that pitch. A lot of times that ball comes in, it looks like it's the size of a beach ball when it comes in high like that. And it's real easy to chase after that, but she held up. Good for her. Lacey Drake is up, number 10. She bunts and lays down a really nice bunt that stays just fair, about halfway down the first baseline where it dies, pushing Butler to second. So with nobody out, Emily Knight comes to the plate. She's swinging that bat for warm-ups like she means business. With runners at first and second, this is a great opportunity for the Tigers. Here comes the pitch. Inside, that's a ball. Second offering is a little bit high. That's ball 2. She doesn't waste any time, gets right back in there in that batter's box, and there's the pitch. Also high. It's the pitch, 3-0. And here comes the fourth pitch. And it's right down the middle for a strike, 3-1. The runner at second is Chloe Butler. Gets a good jump with the pitch. There's a looping fly ball that lands in short right field. And that moves the runners over and scores. Chloe Butler scores from second base. Good base running on her part. Zoe Mcelrath comes to the plate, number 7. Zoe is the third baseman for the Newton Falls Tigers softball team. There's the pitch. It comes inside for a ball. Watching that runner at second is the Trojans catcher. Doesn't want to give her the opportunity to steal third. There's a grounder underneath the glove of the pitcher. Shortstop scoops it up, steps on second to get the runner out on a force, leaving runners at first and third. First and third with 1 out. Number 32, Joelle Hood, comes to the
They're
plate.
still waiting on a few hurdles.
Here's the windup and the pitch. Oh, and she bunts. The ball rolls into foul territory. And it is ruled foul by the umpire. A batted ball that goes into foul territory is not a foul until it is touched or comes to rest in foul territory. So he was right to wait on that. Looks obvious to us, but rules are rules. Here's the windup of the pitch. Lays down a beautiful bunt. Second baseman comes and covers first for the force out as the first baseman scoops that up. And they get the runner at first, leaving a runner at second base and scoring a run. As the Newton Falls Tigers put up 2 runs in the bottom half of the first inning. Now at bat, Addison Garn.
Good eye, good eye.
Addison looks, stares down the pitcher. She means business. Something you see in softball that you don't see in baseball is what Addison's doing here. Is they sort of run toward the pitcher as they contemplate hitting the ball. She has to be careful to stay in the batter's box, and she did. Fouled it off. If she's out of the batter's box when she makes contact with that ball, she's out. That's why the batter's box is pretty important. That's why a lot of players mess up the lines when they go up to the plate, too. So they can't be called out if they accidentally step out. There's a pitch, real high. It gets past the catcher all the way to the backstop, allowing the runner at second to move to third. So with 2 outs, the Tigers have a runner in scoring position. The count 3-1. Addison takes ball 4. That's a little bit high, a little bit outside. She works her way to first. Now batting, number 3, Olivia Vallow. Looks down to third for the sign, stares down the pitcher. Pitcher takes her wind up, here's the pitch. That's a nice pitch, it was a strike. Runner from first moves to second is uncontested as the catcher returns the ball to the pitcher. And Olivia steps back in to bat. There's a grounder down the third baseline, foul. That puts the count at 0-2 with runners at second and third. Of course, first base is left open, so no force out. There's the pitch. It's high for ball 1. Another offering is low, bounces prior to getting to home plate. Bringing the count even at 2-2. That was close, a little bit inside. That makes it a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Watch for the runners to take off with caution because, again, there's no force. They don't have to run. And she digs in low in the dirt, hits to right center field. That's a good, strong single, but scores 2 runs, both the runner at second and third, as the 4th run crosses the plate. It was a great at-bat for Olivia. She did a very nice job. Coming to the plate now, the left fielder. Number 1, Maddie Powell. Maddie with a runner at first, takes the pitch. Squares up to bunt, pulls back. Didn't see a call from the umpire, so I believe that to be a ball. She's showing bunt. Every sign is showing bunt.
Addison Burgess
She squares the bunt. The ball is pitched behind her and scoots away from the catcher, allowing Olivia to run from first to second, again uncontested on that pass ball. Maddie Powell comes back into the batter's box again. That back right foot turned, showing a sign of bunt. And she swings away and fouls it off back to the backstop. Pitcher toes the rubber. There's a windup in the pitch, and it's high for 2 balls and 1 strike. Lone runner at second who really wants to make it to third and then home. And Maddie Powell would do nothing more than be excited to help her with that goal. Maddie shoots a line drive over third base into foul territory, out of play. That evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball 3 goes, I'm sorry, that's ball 4. I apologize. It was behind her and very low. So runners back at first and second. The force is on. You'll notice that the third baseman is playing even with the bag. Shortstop is deep. First base is in, watching for the bunt. And she squares the bunt. That ball rolls down the third baseline. There's a quick throw who hits the runner, but she was in the running lane, so she is safe. And no interference, no obstruction from the first baseman. She stayed out of the way, but it hit her square in the back. That'll take a lot out of you. That was Sophie Tavarich. Sophie's a tough player. That ball was thrown hard to try and get her out. It's an excellent bunt that she laid right down the third baseline with enough spin to keep it fair. And not let it roll all the way to the third baseman, forcing the third baseman to come in and scoop that up and throw it almost down the first baseline. But as she's supposed to, as the rules indicate, she's running in that running lane. If you look down the first baseline, you'll see that there's the first baseline chalked, and then about 3 feet over is another line that starts halfway to the first baseline and goes just past the bag to the edge of the outfield grass. That is the runner's lane. She is supposed to run in that lane. And she followed the rules. And Chloe Butler, the shortstop, is on deck with 2 outs. She's going to bat for the second time this half inning. And Sophie lives up to her reputation of being a tough player. Steps back to first base and she's ready to go. So take a moment, maybe had the wind knocked out of her, and boy, that hurts. It does hurt if you've ever been hit square in the back like that. Not done with malice. That third baseman was not intending to hit her. She was trying to get the ball to first base, and those things happen. So Chloe Butler steps into bat with runners at first and second. Here's the windup of the pitch. And it's inside for ball 1. Remember, there's 2 outs, so she needs a good hit to move these runners forward. And that could be that hit. It's 1 hops to the fence in right center field and makes a double out of that, scoring the runner from from second. The runner at first holds up at third, leaving first base open as Lacey Drake comes to the plate. She's so athletic looking, very tall, slender. Wields that bat like a sword. Takes low, ball one. As a pitcher, you love seeing a tall batter come to the plate. They present a big strike zone. You just have to put it in a place where they can't hit it. Pass ball. The runner at third holds up. It's a good idea. And there's 2 outs. You don't want to make that third out at home. 2-0 the count on Drake as she awaits the third offering from this pitcher. And here it comes. It's high and outside for ball 3. 3-0 with first base open. Runners at second and third. Takes all the way for a strike. 3-1 the count. As the catcher looks into the dugout, get an idea from the coach. Catcher relays that to the pitcher, and the pitcher throws. And she perfectly places that right between second base and the shortstop, out of reach, scoring both the runner at second and third for 2 more runs, giving Newton Falls 8 runs in this bottom of the first inning. Bringing up Emily Knight. Emily Knight is the second baseman for the Tigers.
Little uplifting.
With a pass ball, the runner from first goes to second, round second, takes a good 12-foot turn around second base before heading back to second. That ball went all the way to the backstop off the catcher's glove. Just in a position where you just can't stop them all. It's an off-speed pitch coming now, I think. Yeah. And she takes advantage of that. Lines shot one hopper to the left fielder. Relays it into the shortstop and back to the pitcher with runners now at first and third. And coming to the plate, number 7, Joelle Hood, the first baseman. She's going to hit that ball hard. Look at that stance. Takes that pitch high. Mcelrath runs from first to second uncontested. Again, first base open for the Tigers. Runners at second and third. A good hit to the outfield. Scores 2 runs. And there's a ball straight up down the third base line, about 15 feet out. The catcher makes that grab, ending this rally for the Newton Falls Tigers with 8 runs in the first half inning. The Sebring Trojans will come in and prepare to bat as the Newton Falls Lady Tigers take the field to warm up. We'll be back to bring you that half of the inning after we check in with the folks at the track meet, see how things are going across the way.
3, Alexa Clark. Lane 4, Hannah Sudak. Lane 5, Savannah Ray. Lane 6, Maya Knight. Lane 7, Camry Nipple. And in lane 8, Ayla Sylvester. Alaya Foster. Lane 6, Tierra Triplett. Lane 6, Anna Russell. Lane 7, Lakota Price. And in lane 8, Coleman. Lane 4, Enrique Petre. Lane 5, Philip Spradley. Lane 6, Jaden Cosgrove. Lane 7,
Good throw. Mark.
Practice against this kid every year. I remember him, big boy. Nick Ball.
West Branch. Lane 6, Savannah Rahe from Field. Lane 7, Natalie Strader from Newton Falls. And lane 8, Lily Safe from Newton. Second place, Liberty, 149.4. And winning the girls 4x200 relay today is Lauren Dawson, Sophia Gregory, Anna Lippiett, and Kennedy Berger, the girls from West Branch, with a time of 1:48.
All right, return to the action. Swing and a miss as number 12, Kayla Calaguire. Kayla is a shortstop and a senior. For Sebring, there's the pitch for a strike. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes. She steps in. This ball is being thrown very hard. And there's a dropped third strike, swing and a miss. And she beats the throw. On a dropped third strike, the runner is free to advance at their own risk. She made it down to first base before the catcher could get the ball in the hands of the first baseman. So with 1 strikeout, but no outs. Mallory Harshman, the batter, now a junior outfielder. Takes ball 2. Not sure what, from my vantage point, that looked like a pretty good pitch. It must have been off the plate on the outside. Here's another offering, swing and a miss. That ball came in high and the swing was a little bit low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's the windup of the pitch. Same thing. Same pitch, same result. Low swing, high pitch. 2-2 the count. Takes that that 5th pitch for a ball. That brings the count full. And she fouls one off. Straight to the backstop, rolls back out. First baseman picks it up, flips it to the pitcher. Pitcher gets back to the rubber, and we're back to the action. This Newton Falls pitcher just whales that ball in here. On the inside corner for strike 3. Sophie Tavarich shows no sign of that injury of being hit with the ball in the small of the back as she ran down first base in the last half inning. She's out there on the mound throwing heat. Number 13 for Sebring. Hits a ball down the third baseline. Third baseman picks it up, fires to second, second to first for a double play, ending the inning. No harm, no foul, no runs. We'll check out what's happening right now at the track and field events in Tiger Stadium, and we'll be right back.
Final call for girls 100 hurdles. First call boys 110 hurdles. Running in heat 2.
Alana on deck. Katie on hold. Thomas on deck. Miller on hold.
And we're back from the track and field events. Very exciting. It's a hub of activity here in Newton Falls. There are school buses parked out over the right field fence. They must be from, I don't know, 6 or 8 schools. So it's a great day at Newton Falls. First pitch from Sebring to Joelle Hood comes in a little bit high for ball 1 as Newton Falls takes up the bottom of the second inning. There's a windup in the pitch, and it's fouled off over the first base dugout for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out. The batter, Joelle Hood, the first baseman. There's a windup in the pitch. So slow roller down the third base line. She picks it up, and the first baseman bobbles the throw. Throw was not perfect, but it hit her in the glove. She should have squeezed that. That allows the runner to Joelle Hood to take first base. Bringing up to bat with no outs, Addison Garm. Addison takes a look at the pitcher and then squares her stance. Pitcher stares in at the catcher. There's a windup and a pitch. And it is a fair ball that was on the line and still rolling toward foul. That allowed the runner from first to make it all the way to third. Third baseman probably should have let that go foul. Should have let that go foul and just taken it as a strike. That would have sent the runners back. But shoulda, woulda, coulda. And now we're looking at Olivia Vallow, the batter, with runners at first and third. She squares to bunt. The runner from first goes to second uncontested.
Hurdle crew, we can remove the hurdles now, please.
And Olivia goes back into the batter's box. There's a windup and a pitch. She squares to bunt, offers at it. Gets just a little piece of it as it sails past everyone and back to the backstop for a strike. First base is wide open with nobody out. One ball and two strikes. See if she'll still square to bunt. No, not with two strikes. Little blooper straight back to the pitcher, who throws the ball to second base, trying to catch that runner who took a big jump, but she gets back safely. One out. Nice catch by the pitcher. Pitcher Devin Reggie. There's a windup in the pitch. Foul ball down the third baseline. Maddie Powell, the batter, also playing left field today. Steps into the box, looks to third base, picking up a sign from the third base coach K. There's a windup in the pitch from the pitcher. And that ball was a little outside. At this point, you know, unless she just can't bunt, this is a good place for a bunt. Instead, there's a high pop with a full swing. Third baseman camps out under it and catches the ball, throws it back to the pitcher, holding the runners at second and third. And now there are two outs. So this half inning for the Tigers, a little different than the last half inning. Instead of giving up 8 runs, so far they've given up none, but the runner at third seems awfully anxious to get home. So number 27, Danny Drake, comes to the plate, and she squares to bunt. A nice bunt down the third baseline with a throw to the first baseman, and it's in time. Umpire makes the call as out, and that's it for the Tigers as they return to the dugout. The score remains 8-0, 8-0. We'll be back after we check in with the track and field events.
My apologies. We also have Devin Reggie from Wyndham with the adapted 100-meter in lane 1. When Devin clears your area, hurdle crew, it is time for those hurdles to be put on the track on the blue marks. Hurdles to the blue marks, please. I'm sorry, the yellow. Lane 5, Isabella Morrow. Lane 6, Isis Pittman. Lane 7, Shay Cecil Lott. And in lane 8, Lily Sate. Again, the top 8 times for these heats will advance to finals.
work. Good. Up. Allison, on deck. Frank on hold.
Gross. Lane 7, Savannah O'Donnell. And lane 8, Precious Cundiff.
Excuse me.
Okay, ladies, once we have our numbers on our hands, we can just start running in the order that we are.
Final call, boys 110 hurdles. Also, first call for preliminary.
Tyrick, up. Nancy on deck. Clark on hold.
Coach Hill, you are needed at the finish line. Coach Hill, please report to the finish line.
It's exciting stuff going on across the way in Tiger Stadium with the track and field event with multiple schools, multiple meets. It's a great day for Newton Falls sports. We're back. The Tigers have taken the field. Coming to the plate, number 10. That's Sadie Barker, the leadoff hitter for the Trojans as we start the third inning. The score is 8-0. 8-0. I'm just blown away that Sophie Tavarich is throwing that ball. It's hard to see it. It's coming in so fast. That looked like a swing. Yes, it was, as the home plate umpire checks in with the first base umpire to see if that half swing went all the way around, and he said yes, it did. So that's 3 strikes. And she takes her place back in the dugout as Alexis Bird comes to the plate to face Sophie Tavarich. Sophie shakes off a sign from the catcher and then finally shakes off another one, then goes, yeah, whatever, okay. And she throws a fastball. The umpire having a discussion with the batter. I'm not sure what that's about. And we're back to the action. Sophie toes the rubber and throws the ball inside. That's a ball. That's 1-1. Seem to have a glitch in the matrix over here with the scoreboard. It is actually 8 runs, not 9, but it does show 9. There's a pitch that comes in really fast and very low as it skips across the plate in the dirt. Catcher scoops it up. Batter swings anyways. That ball is just coming in so fast. Decision making is, there's just no time. The pitch from Tovarich high. Making it 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out and nobody on. There's the last pitch. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. That was a dropped 3rd strike. And she abandoned her attempt to go to first on that, but they tagged first with the ball just in case. So she's out for sure. That's not 2 outs, though. That's just 1. Now to the plate comes number 3, Devin Reggie. She takes a look at the pitch for a swing and a miss on that very hot fastball. 1 strike, 2 outs. She digs into the batter's box. Tovarich with the sign and the pitch. It's high. It's very difficult, like I said earlier, it's very difficult not to swing at that. Coming in so high, it looks so big, but it's coming in so fast. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. The first real good hit of the day drops for the Trojans, drops in right center field between the 2 center fielder and the right fielder, and Reggie turns that into a nice double. So the Trojans, their first hit of the game, have a runner at second with 2 outs. First pitch to Alison Hoshar is a strike. Here's the second offering. And it's fouled off over the first base dugout into the bleachers at the football track and field stadium. So I heard it hit the bench, so hopefully it didn't hit anyone else first. They'll get that. They will get that ball back. There's another ball in. The pitcher's got it.
That he said, ouch.
And here's the pitch. And it's low for a ball.
I don't think
The lead taken by Devin Reggie at second after each pitch is she's going all the way down to where the shortstop is, and really no one's covering. There's the third pitch. It's a foul ball shot down the first baseline, almost hitting that first base coach again. He's on his toes. I believe he's wearing a cup if he knows what's good for him. And we're back as Tovarich toes the rubber and winds up and pitches, bringing the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. That pitch a little bit high, making the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Keep your eye on the runner at second here with a full count and 2 outs. As long as the ball's not hit on the left side of the field, she can run down. But that's the 3rd out with a strike, and the half inning ends with the score Newton Falls 8, Sebring 0 as we come into the bottom of the 3rd. We'll be back right after this report. We're back as Chloe Butler gets into the batter's box to take the first pitch from the Trojans. And that's a called strike. Looks like the Tigers can afford to be a little bit selective. Here's the second offering. That's a foul ball down the first baseline. Count is 0-2. Counts 0-2 on Butler. Umpire offering the pitcher a new ball, and she refuses and said this one will be just fine. 2 strikes, going for the third. And that ball bounces just in front of home plate. Butler chooses not to swing at that bad pitch. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. That's a foul ball shot down third baseline. Count remains 1-2. Ball rolled all the way into the out of play left field area. I don't know if you can hear that wind, but I can sure feel it. It's coming from behind me. Out of the west, it's chilly. That will help a batted ball go a little bit farther. That ball caught Butler on the foot as it comes in, so that 1-2 strike count becomes a walk with the hit batsman. Bringing up Lacey Drake. I'm sorry, it's Lexi Drake. Lexi takes her position in the batter's box, awaits the pitch. Here it comes. And it's in the dirt, allowing the runner from first to move to second base, putting her in scoring position with nobody out. Change the way you coach a little bit, kind of take the bunt off the table and hope for a nice fly ball all the way to the fence. Here's the pitch. Very high. Nice jump by the runner at second, Butler. Lexi Drake steps back in to take the pitch, and she swings at a very low pitch. It's not caught by the second baseman, who drops the ball but then picks it up and gets it to first. And a very common mistake made there. Lexi Drake ran, watched the second baseman camp under the ball to catch it. She slowed down, almost giving up. The second baseman dropped the ball. She started to run again, but by then it was too late. She probably would not have made it anyways, but it was enough to move the runner from second base to third. First pitch offered was a strike. There's the second pitch that hits number 12, Kalela Calaguire. So now runners at first and third with just one out.
In the first section, Kenan Mitchell from Valley Christian, Zach Waffler from LeBron.
Catcher signals the infield as to what they're going to do if there's an attempted steal by the first base runner. Here's the pitch, and they do throw down, and they get there, it's safe, and that scores the runner from third.
James Frey from Memorial, Kian Romeo from Southeast.
So Chloe Butler scores to make the score 9. To make the score 9, not 10, as it shows on your screen. The score is actually 9.
Humberto Limper from Memorial, Kyle Hoops from West Branch.
Pass ball goes behind the batter. Catcher misses it, and the runner, number 12, Emily Knight, runs from second to third. So the only runner is at third base, waiting to score. Counts 1-1. There's the pitch, and it's a foul ball over the backstop for strike 2. There's a pitch, another foul ball, and it's out of play down the first base side. Gentleman down there watching the game picks it up, gives it back to the first base coach. I'll get that back to an umpire here shortly. The batter steps back in, the count 1-2. Here's the pitch, and it's a long fly ball into center field where it's caught by the center fielder who throws the ball all the way home. Very nice throw, but not in time to stop the runner from third from scoring, so making the scoreboard now correct, where Newton Falls Tigers lead the Sebring Trojans 10-0. Coming to the plate, number 32, Joelle Hood. Joelle is ready. These girls look like they're in great shape. They're ready for ball. You can tell that they've practiced and done very well. First ball inside gets by the catcher. Goes all the way to the backstop for ball one. You can tell they've been coaching these girls to always be ready for every situation. They're in good shape. And they seem to know what to do when it happens. Ball two comes in high. It's 2 balls and no strikes. 2 balls and no strikes on Joelle Hood. Nobody on base, only 2 outs, 1 out left. I didn't see a signal from the umpire. That pitch looked pretty good, but it apparently is ball 3. 3-0. Here's the pitch. And that is ball 4. So Joelle Hood takes her place at first base, bringing up Addison Garm again. Addie gets some encouragement from her teammates. We hear the "Go Addie" coming from the dugout. Addison Garro runs after bunting, makes it to first on that short fair ball. And that's again a great example of that running swing. That running swing that allows her to get a head start and already be moving at top speed when she makes contact. So that puts runners at first and second base with 2 outs. Olivia Vallow, the batter. Olivia watches ball 1 go high and outside. There's the second offering. It's a great pitch. It comes right over the plate. And it's a hot grounder to the shortstop. Has to jump over the ball in front of the shortstop. The umpire's right there and did not call any interference, no obstruction. And she ends up being safe at first base, moving all of the runners now with the bases loaded. 2 outs, 10-0. The batter is Maddie Powell. Maddie takes her first pitch. It's a swing and a high foul ball that goes over the backstop. The wind is picked up now coming from home plate going toward the outfield, toward right field. So a nice hit out there will go a long ways. Now, there was a swing. You don't see that much. The pitcher wound up and dropped the ball in the midst of her delivery. Umpire then called it a ball. So the count is 1-1. 1-1 the count. There's another pitch that's high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Maddie Powell squares in the batter's box, wiggles that bat around a little bit, ready to hit. There's a pitch inside for ball 3. Steps out with a couple of practice cuts and right back in the box. The base is loaded. There's the windup and the pitch. And it's a foul ball that rolls back to me at the backstop. The count is full with 2 outs. Watch for the runners to take off here. As the bases are loaded, everybody has to run on contact. There is some contact, and it's a long fly ball that drops just shy of the left fielder, scoring 2 runners, advancing the runner from first to second and leaving Maddie Powell at first. So a long out of the infield single that scores 2 runs, making the score now 12-0 third inning with still 2 outs, giving up that amount of runs with 2 outs is tough to take. Number 27, the batter, hits a little blooper that falls just in front of the second baseman. Second baseman scoops it up, flips it to first. It's bobbled by the first baseman, goes over her head all the way to the fence, and she's safe at first. That moves the runner from second to third. I take that back, from first to third, and scores a run. So now we're at 13-0. There's a grounder hit by number 2 that goes through the infield. Chloe Butler gets another hit. Left fielder picks it up, throws it to the infield. Runners at first and second, and that scores a run. So it's now 14-0 again. A lot of runs being given up by Sebring with 2 outs. That's tough. Lexi Drake comes to the plate with runners at first and second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and it catches the inside corner. Very nice pitch. Unhittable position. Strike 1 on Lexi Drake. There's the windup and a pitch. And it's low in the dirt. Catcher can't handle it. It goes to the backstop, and the runners advance, moving to second and third. Lexi Drake has set the table. A single could score 2 runs here. 1-1 the count. There's the pitch. And that ball was outside. That's 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and 1, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Here's the pitch. It comes in across the letters. It's a high strike, but a strike nonetheless. Evens the count at 2-2.
We've got a 4-way tie in 5th place. Jumping 4'3", Isabella.
There's the pitch, and it is a nice shot that goes to the second baseman with extraordinary effort. Makes that catch for the 3rd out. 14 runs. 14 runs for Newton Falls, none for Sebring. I know in the background you can hear the announcer from the track meet that's just at the field next to us. We'll head over there right now with some updates on track and field, and we'll be back here as we start again with Sebring batting the top of the 4th inning.
Results are here for the boys 4x800. 8th place goes to JFK, 9:43.41. 7th place Badger, 9:42.74. 6th place West Branch, 9:22.92. 5th place Maplewood, 9:02.54. 4th place Lowellville, 8:54.49. 3rd place Canton Central Catholic, 8:49.43. 2nd place Mineral Ridge, 8:47. Last call for girls, 100-meter hurdle finals, and first call boys, 110-meter hurdle finals. Second call. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, before we start our finals,
No. Okay, listen. Were you at that tent? It's at that tent that's in a box. No, it's at our tent. Jack broke one. Dude, Jack broke one. He broke one.
That is some fun and a lot of excitement at the track meet next door. We'll get you back to them after this half inning. For now, the Newton Falls Tigers are on the field warming up. Coach is in talking to the umpire and making a few changes in her batting order. A few fielding changes as well. We'll get those for you soon. I had a chance to speak with the umpire during that half inning. The pitch by the Sebring pitcher where she dropped the ball during her windup is actually scored as a ball. It is a pitch. The runners are free to advance at their own risk. It's not like football where the ball has to be or the arm has to be in forward motion and blah, blah, blah. So it's not a fumble or a pass situation like football. It's just a pitch, and it's ruled a ball. Runners are free to advance. They chose not to, maybe because they have never seen that before. That doesn't happen very often. And we're waiting now with
next is our girls 200-meter dash finals.
with the pitcher and catcher having a little conference here, and we're waiting for the inning to start.
Eric, this is Tom. I just wanted to interject. I know we're on air and all that stuff, but wanted to somewhat apologize. Even though it's not our fault, we're not live. We had internet failings at the stadium, so we are showing this in a tape replay format. And we've got a few technical difficulties with some cameras, but we're doing the best we can. The student crew is doing just an outstanding job on cameras, and it's a fun day. It's a fun event. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad we're all here to do it.
It's good to be here, and I think that should go without saying because anybody that's watching this knows they're not watching it live.
That's true.
And
I was just apologizing because we're not live.
Yeah, well, we're sorry we're not live. Hey, coming to the plate right now.
It's Memorex.
Number 1, Devin Reggie, who is a senior, playing third base, takes the first pitch for a strike. They need to get a few runs here to avoid the mercy rule and having this game end early.
If you ever need to make a correction, it'll have counter corrections and it'll just fix everything.
That pitch looked pretty good, but must have been off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
All right. Had to make one at the end. Always.
Addison Caro is now the pitcher. she's throwing awfully hard as well. There's a shot up the middle. Bounces just on the outfield edge of the infield dirt for a single. I believe that's the first batter of an inning to get a hit for the Trojans. See if they can build on that. As number 17, Blake Thomas, comes to the plate. She's choked up on that bat a little bit. She is ready to hit. And swing and a miss on a hot fastball from Addison. There's a hot grounder down the third base line. Third baseman scoops it up, fires to first to get the out. Advancing the runner to second. Bringing to bat. Good Lord, I sure hope I'm saying this name right. It's Kalela Calaguire. She squares in the box to take the first pitch from Madison Guerrero.
Next is our boys 200
That's a
meter
ball.
dash finals.
I take that back. That was a strike. 0-1 the count. Second offering to her is a grounder just out of reach of the diving shortstop. Third base comes into play. And the runners are safe all the way around. That was close. It's a good heads-up play to throw to third. Try and get that lead runner. And now, with nobody out, the runner comes into home and easily scores on that pass ball. Runner from first moves to second. There's a pitch, it's high, and a foul ball over the third base dugout. It seems as though the Trojan bats have come alive. Runner at second base, nobody out.
Well, you're showing, but it's not coming through. Oh, so your stuff is good. Yeah.
Catcher can't find the handle on that ball. It squirts around home plate just out of reach, and the runner from second advances to third, giving the Trojans yet another opportunity at a run. There's a pass ball. Runner comes in from third standing. That's the second run for Sebring. So the score now 14-2. 14-2. Looks like the count is 3-1. We're having a little technical difficulty with the on-screen scoring. I'll try and give you that update a little bit more. That's ball 4. Ball 4 sends the runner to first. My apologies, that runner's not wearing a number, so I'm not sure who that is. Right now, Olivia Hawk, a senior, and the first baseman comes to the plate. Olivia is ready to hit. Trying to advance those runners a little bit. With a swing and a miss for strike one.
It's a technical gift. He's like, see, it's on here, but it's not appearing on this.
There's a pitch. It's low for ball 2. It gets away from the catcher. The runner moves down to second. The throw is miles too late. Work on that.
On first base.
We're working on the we're working on the scoreboard here and trying to get some things taken care of. There's another beautiful pitch. No swing offered, and that's a strike. The runner at first base is she's now at second base, number 22, the freshman Bella Treat. It's a pop-up by number 13, Olivia Hawk, that the catcher catches about 10 feet up the first baseline in foul territory for the out. holds the runner at second. And now Sadie Barker comes to the plate, the junior. Runner tries to advance on a pass ball from second to third, and she makes it safe without a throw.
Up next is our girls 3,200 meter run. Tanya Bradley from Southeast.
Catcher looks into the dugout, gets some information from the Newton Falls coach. Here's the pitch, a swing, and a little bit of a squibbler out of the glove. Can't quite hold on to it. Sadie Barker steps back into the plate.
From Maplewood. Kristen Tauke from Field. Mariah Ruth Toth from Mineral Ridge.
Looks like Abby Wolford is the catcher now.
Theodore Cernak.
Abby squeezes that one.
Ava Stoll from West Branch. Grayson Competti from Canton Central Catholic.
Trojan batter steps in to take this pitch. It's low, bounces into the glove of the catcher, returns it to the pitcher, holding, looking back that runner at third base. She's anxious to score. There's another one, and the runner comes. Pitcher comes in to cover and can't handle it. The sliding base runner gets in to score. That makes the score now 14-3, I believe.
We're just waiting for him to.
14-3. And that was ball 4, so the batter advances to first base, becoming a runner. And now Alexis Bird comes to the plate. Alexis Bird takes ball 1 low. That wind has died down to nothing. Look over at the flags not moving. So no help from the elements. If a ball is hit in the outfield, there's a swing and a miss. Runner chooses not to try to advance. There's the pitch. That's a crack. A long fly ball that goes foul down the third base line, out of play. Alexis Bird, again, Alexis Bird the batter, the junior. If she could straighten that out, boy, that would have really been something. Nice pitch, catches the outside corner for strike 3, and that is the third out of the inning. So the Trojans go back to the dugout as Newton Falls prepares to take the field. The score now 14-3 as we go to the top of the 4th inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're sewing.
Let's go, Sonora!
And the first competition is still continuing over at the high jump. Some gentlemen are attempting to break the meet record, which is 6'4½". Results are in for the girls' long jump. 8th place goes to Savannah Rahe from field, 13.6½. 7th place, Gianna Wilson from Mineral Ridge, 13.8½. 6th place, Kalia Bradley from LaBrae, 13.9¼ 5th place, Asia Woods from Wyndham, 14.2½. 4th place, Maya Knight from Ellett, 14.3¼ 3rd place is Lauren Gossett from West Branch, 14.6. 2nd place, Zoe Saunders from West Branch, 14.7½. And winning the girls' long jump is Emerson Frank from Alliance with a jump of 16 feet 1 inch.
That's too dad's pretty.
Welcome back from the track meet. Trojans opt to stay with the same pitcher. And now Emily Knight comes to the plate for the Tigers. Her first pitch is fouled back to the screen. Strike one. She watches that pitch come in over the outside corner of the plate, making it strike two. 0-2 the count. As she awaits the third offering from the pitcher. There's the windup of the pitch. And it's a wow. A nicely hit ball that went just foul down the third base line. A line drive all the way to the outfield. The count remains 2 strikes, no balls, and she awaits the payoff pitch. Another foul down the third base line. You can hear how we used to hear the ping of those aluminum bats. That one sounds more like a wood bat. It must be a composite that she's using, made by Easton. You're getting more of that crack sound like a true wood bat, not the ping of an aluminum bat. 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Way high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Emily Knight steps back in. Bats are ready. Here's the pitch. And it's a long fly ball way, way, way out there and over the fence for a home run. Umpire will trail her as she rounds the bases, making sure that she does indeed touch everyone. Met by her teammates at the plate. She receives the congratulatory head smack. With nobody on, the only home run of the game, Emily Knight. And now, Zoe Mcelrath comes to the plate. Takes that first pitch inside for a ball. Second pitch in about the same spot. Ball 2. The third pitch to Zoe comes in low and inside for ball 3. 3-0 the count. You can bet that the third base coach is telling her just sit there and watch it. Maybe you get a walk. If it's perfect, go ahead and hit it, but be careful. And it was right down the middle over the plate. She takes the swing and shoots it foul. A line shot that goes out of play. 3 balls, 1 strike. Zoe Mcelrath comes back in and repeats another. She's swinging way out in front of that. It's causing her to hit that ball foul down the third baseline. She's pulling it way around. You can just see the power as she turns her wrists with that swing. The count now full, 3-2. The payoff pitch coming to Zoe Mcelrath. And she hits it to right field. It one hops to the fence. She comes in safely standing at second base with a beautiful double. She earned that. She really battled. These pitches are not coming in as fast as she's used to. It's causing her to pull the pitches foul down the third baseline. She's now at second base and in a position that she looks like she's ready to run and score. Here's the pitch. And it goes to about the same spot. This time the right fielder is camped under it and makes the catch as Joelle Hood flies out on the first pitch, bringing to bat number 18, who is now the pitcher, Addison Garrow. Addison bats from the left side of the plate. She stares down the pitcher. She's ready to go. Pass ball, good eye that she doesn't swing. That pass ball allows the runner Zoe Mcelrath to move from second to third uncontested. As the ball makes its way back to the third base side of home plate all the way to the backstop. Garrow stands in for the next pitch. Here it comes. Again, she takes those few steps, gets a running start before she swings, then chooses not to swing. 2-0.
Results are here for the boys.
Lined up in the pitch. Way outside, the runner from third coming into home with a stand-up steal of home, advancing on the pass ball, leaving the bases empty for Addison Garrow and her 3-0 count.
4 1/4. 5th place, Caden Davis from Alliance, 18 feet 5 1/4.
That steal of home on the pass ball makes Newton Falls score 16. Here's the pitch. And it's another foul ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Scratch that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Newton Falls leading 16-3 as Garrow watches the pitcher toe the rubber and gets set for the next pitch. It's over her eyes. So she comes in at a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Waiting the payoff pitch As the Trojan pitcher comes set. That ball way outside, ball 4, and Addison Garrow moves to first base. It's interesting, some of the girls are wearing sweatshirts, long sleeve. It's very cold out. It's only in the mid to upper 40s, 47, 48 degrees. Sun has gone behind clouds, so makes it feel a little cooler without that ambient warmth. Here's a pitch and a bunt laid down by number 3, Olivia Vallow, and she makes it to first base. The throw bobbled, and she's in there safe, with runners at first and second on a walk and an error. With only 1 out, looks like the Lady Tigers are poised to once again have a banner inning if they can keep this going. Maddie Powell comes to the plate. Strong right-hander. Gets set with the bat up and back and ready to go. There's the pitch, and she grounds the ball down the third base line, and it goes just foul. That would have been a tough play at first base, and it would have been tough for the third baseman to get back to third with her momentum carrying her that way. Lucky for the Trojans that was a foul. She returns to the batter box, awaits the next pitch. And there it is, and it's a cracking fly ball that went straight up, caught easily by the shortstop. The runner at first was all the way to second when that ball was caught. So that would have been 2 outs on that play. That's a double play. The shortstop caught the ball. The runner at first can advance at her own risk. And risk she did. She was almost all the way to second base when that ball was wisely heads-up play, seen by the shortstop that the runner was so far off first. She threw the ball to first. All they had to do was tag the bag. It is a force out and a double play. The umpire had called that as it's an infield fly. So the batter was out, whether the shortstop caught that ball or not. Infield fly happens when a runner is at first and second, or first, second, and third, and there are fewer than 2 outs. When a ball rises to an appreciable height and can be caught by any infielder with normal effort, that's an infield fly. The batter is out. Runners may advance at their own risk, and in that case, she did not tag up. The ball was caught, and she was out. We'll take you back over for a quick look at the track and field events that are going on right now, and we'll be right back to baseball action as the Trojans come to the plate.
Results for the boys, 4x200. 8th place goes to Canton Central Catholic, 139.59. 7th place, LeBray, 138.82. 6th place, Memorial, 138.58. Results are here for the boys' high jump. I'm showing a tie for 8th place between Tayon Harris and Eamon Hottensmith from Memorial and Field, both jumping 5'6" and earning a half a point. 7th place, Jeremiah Franklin, Liberty, 5'8". 6th place, Tiki Wells, Canton Central Catholic, 5'8". 5th place, Tion Miles from Alliance, 5'10". 4th place, Carter Burnett, Badger, 5'10". 3rd place, Caden Bailey from Southeast, 5'10". 2nd place, Bert Jones from Wyndham, 6 feet. And winning the boys' high jump today, James Davis from Liberty, 6 feet.
Let's go, Grover! Hi, Hunter.
Hi, baby. That one? Oh, is it? Keep going, Michael!
Go, Owen! Right on, work your way up! Now, right here, Goldman. Work this route right here, Goldman. Right on, don't fall asleep, stay up there. All right, Lucas.
Final call, girls 1600 meter run, and final call, girls high jump.
Welcome back to the action. Warm-ups have concluded. Catcher threw down to second base. The warm-ups are done. Sebring comes to the plate with their 3 runs at the top of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch, and it's a grounder down the third baseline. I don't call it the hot corner for nothing. That was a great play. Bobbled at third, scooped up, didn't give up, fires it over to first base for the out. Beat her by 1 step. Coming now to the plate, number 5, the freshman Alison Hoshar. Alison stands in ready to go. First pitch is high for ball 1. Second pitch comes. Catches the outside corner of the plate for a strike, evening the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. It's a swing that's hit straight down, just tipped, hits the plate and bounces back to the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Garrow, the pitcher, delivers. It's right down the middle of the plate to the shortstop, a grounder who fires over to first and by 2 or 3 steps throws the runner out. Very well executed play to bring the Trojans to 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. The third baseman, Reggie, Devin Reggie, comes to the plate. She flips a high pop foul over the backstop for strike 1. She bats from the left side of the plate. She also throws left and plays third base. You don't often see a left-handed third baseman. They're out there, but they're few and far between. She seems to do a decent job at it, so good for her. She stands in, awaiting the next pitch. And Garrow, there's the one on the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Here's the pitch. That's a pop foul, goes out of play on the third base side. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. The third baseman is playing in about 10 feet in front of third base, very close to the line. As that fast pitch, and that swing comes in, and she was almost in the right position for that ball. It was a line shot blooper down the third base side, but it was just out of her reach. The edge of her glove tips the ball. It rolls to the shortstop, who picks it up, throws to first, but the throw was late. It really didn't have a chance between Reggie's speed and the spin on that ball. So the Trojans have a runner at first base with 2 outs. Coming to the plate now, Blake Thomas. Blake, that tall strike zone, comes to the plate. And she swings and just catches a small piece of that ball to foul it off for strike 1. The runner returns to first base.
4x400 relay and first ball boys.
Thomas steps back in, takes the pitch. It's low, but she hits anyways, and it falls fair, and they don't throw. No throw made. The catcher scooped that up. No throw means runners at first and second, still 2 outs. Coach Whaley comes in for the Trojans from his position at third base, where he's going to make a change. Pinch running, now number 16 takes first base, Carly Ruzek. Carly, a junior, usually plays outfield or second base. She comes in to run. As number 12 takes her place at home plate to bat. The right-hander takes the first pitch. Second pitch is a strike. Garrow, the pitcher, toes the rubber and wind up in a pitch. Quite high. Catcher's right there to make the squeeze. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. It's a great shot right down the middle of the plate where it's caught. And then the catcher fires to the shortstop, who tried to catch the runner at second, taking too big of a lead, but she saw it the whole way and got right back, scampered right back to the base. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss. And that's strike 3. It's also the 3rd out.
This has been read already, but the girls' 100-meter dash results are as follows. 8th place, Kyle Turner from Valley Christian.
And guys, I got to tell you,
7th place,
makes for a quick
Asia
game
Woods
when you have 10 runs in the first inning. That will do it, as the top of the 5th inning ends Sebring's hopes of coming back. They are 10-run ruled. That's a mercy rule in high school softball and baseball. If after 4.5 innings, the visiting team is not within 10 runs, the game ends. So as the girls walk out, shake hands, coaches shake hands, good game, good game. And I will tell you, good game on behalf of myself. My name is Eric Thompson, on behalf of Tom Gregory at Gregory Films and all of the cast and crew, the students, the folks running the cameras, the sound, the audio, all of the graphics that you see on screen. These guys have done a fantastic job, and we can't wait to do the next game. The final in Newton Falls. Newton Falls Tigers 16, Sebring Trojans 3. Thank you very much. Drive safe, everybody.